Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be here in Sydney, and it's particularly relevant to be here in Sydney, even though I have a distinctly un-Australian accent, because it's relevant to the transaction I really want to tell you about in our company as well. I'm not sure where I'm aiming this. Oh, there we go. That's the legals. What have we just done? We've just acquired a transformational package of assets in Spain from a Sydney-based private equity group, and they now form, together with a family office, our major shareholders in the company. And not only that, their representative is also here based in Sydney. So Sydney is very much, even though for a Perth headquartered company with European assets, Sydney is right at the heart of what we do and how we're funded. So what have we got? It's very simple. We've got high-grade, high-quality assets in Spain, and we're talking zinc here. We're not talking polymetallic, we're talking zinc and lead. It's simple, it's proven, and I can say that categorically because we're next to the Rio Sin mine, and this area is an area of historic production, 62 million tonnes from Rio Sin. These are former Xstrata zinc assets, which were then subsequently acquired by Glencore. And Glencore still today run the San Juan Asturias zinc smelter, which is 80 kilometres from our project site by a very nice, sealed, European Union funded road between our project site and that smelter. That smelter is the world's second largest zinc smelter as well, so it has the capacity as well as the competency to take feed from this area. Our second asset is down in Guajares, which is just south of Madrid. It's very much our second asset, but something that we'd like to develop in due course. As a small company, we have to be critically focused on our resource allocation and judicious use of cash, and so hence why Novales and the project around there is our primary focus. The key thing here to stress is this is not greenfield exploration. This is based around brownfield sites, former producing mines with exploration upside. As I said, Rio Sin is really the calling card of this region, and don't take my word for it, take the United States Geological Survey analysis here, and you can see we've highlighted that where Rio Sin would sit on a benchmark basis of MVT-style deposits globally. And so, as I will begin to tell you, that we think we've got Rio Sin version 2.0 in our Novales Udias project. A quick word on Spain. We're very proud to have entered Spain, and we're very proud to have entered there for good reasons, because it's a fantastic mining jurisdiction. We have strong regional government support there, and how has that been manifested itself? Well, firstly, you can see we actually have access to the president. In those meetings with him, he's very clear with what he expects from us and our company, which is to bring mines back on stream. How can he do that? Because mining decisions are devolved to local governments and local provinces in Spain. So the guy I'm stood with there is the guy that makes the decision. And it's not just words, it's actions. And the actions really are that he changed the law, or the government changed the law to enable land use change. And hence, when there was a tender process, that was part of it. So not only are we getting warm words, we're getting warm actions, and all of this is designed to develop mining in the region. And that's underpinned by some first-class infrastructure. As I said, we've got European Union-funded roads. It's sealed access roads all the way around our project areas. And more importantly, we've got access to high-quality labour. And it's not just about unemployment here, about creating jobs, it's about actually using the skills in the area. And so why am I confident we can develop these assets very quickly? It's because actually we have the former mine manager of Novales retained in the group, and we have access to the former head of geology and the geological team that ran Rio Sin. So not only have we got the skills within our own company, we're also developing the skills of those around us and those who used to work and operate this area. So Novales Udias, as I said, is our primary project, and it's centered around the former Novales or San Jose mine, as it's known locally. It's a former underground mine. It's produced for some 25 to 30 years, and it ceased production in 1997. We're in the process of collating a lot of the old data, but we're seeing average head grades run between 6 and 9% zinc. And we also know that there are ore bags, or bolsasses as they're known in Spain, that ran between 15 and 30% zinc. And that's really our focus of our primary field campaign, which I'll outline in a minute. The key thing here, again, that people talk about Europe or developed market economies being an issue is permitting. And as you'll see there in the blue areas around the Novales mine, you're seeing a granted 18-year mining permit. So for us, the issues are not ones of permitting or bureaucracy or legal issues. It's a very simple case of proving up the mineralization and getting on with developing the mine. And this slide neatly encapsulates really what I see as the opportunity for the company. It's twofold in the first instance. One is to bring the former Novales mine back into production. And then secondly, to find Riocin version 2.0, which is that large, some 60 Ks exploration package around the Novales mine. Each one of the dots that you can see on the slide are former mine workings of some description, typically unsophisticated, typically shallow. The mine itself runs at just under 200 meters depth, actually going into a hillside rather than down. And each one of those workings is sub 200 meters as well. So the drilling that we are planning to do in Q1 2020 will be shallow and cost-effective drilling. And where are we going to drill, and what on the basis are we going to drill? This is a geochemistry map that we validated recently and announced to the market, and that's based on some work that Asturias Zinc, a forerunner of Xstrata Zinc, produced, and we've also had that validated by the School of Mines in Torrelavega to produce what we think is a really good map of the project area. So based on that, we've currently got people in the field doing further geochemistry work, not only to validate that with our own work, but also to infill some of the areas which haven't been covered in that. That then forms the basis for our drill target definition work and drilling early in the new year. And those conversations with drillers are already well advanced. This is just a little bit more detail on some of those geochemistry anomalies. And as you can see, they're large, and in certain instances, 1 to 2 Ks long and wide. And you're seeing 5 and 17% soils and rock chip samples there. So when you see that at surface, you can begin to imagine that the numbers I talked about at depth become very real too. So we're layering on geochemistry with former production data, and you can see that we're in a high-grade zinc district. So what are we doing right now? This is what our guys and girls are doing in the field right now. And I'm pleased to say it is guys and girls, which we believe is very valuable in that community. So there's a lot of geological mapping and rock chip sampling around four very clearly defined priorities based on the old geochem work and around the former Novales San Jose mine. And having been out in the field with them, we're very excited about some of that work, and we hope to have assay results for the market shortly. That will be the next piece of news, together with former data that's coming out of our relationship with the School of Mines, where we found a lot of former drill data on not only the mine site but also the exploration package. So what have we achieved? We only signed this deal in July, and I think I've spent every month of some form in Spain, and I'm pleased to, because it's fantastic. So it's a transformational deal. We've closed our minimum capital raise of 3 million. We do have capacity to take more, but we've clearly got a funded work program going forward, and I'll come on to talk about that on the next slide. We've done a deal with a local partner, Hispanibal Group. They are integral. They actually provide a lot of services to Glencore in the region, trucking and civil engineering. They actually own that former site you can see me standing on there, and we have land access agreements already agreed, and critically, we've agreed it on a gratis or free of charge basis. So we've already cracked on with the data work and the digitization with the School of Mines. They've been very supportive, and more on that to follow shortly. As I said, we've had access to people, and we're already in the field. So that's what we're planning to do next, which is complete the current fieldwork program, produce the assay results which we expect from ALS shortly, further drill data to come, definition of drill targets, and then drilling early in 2020. And as I said, those conversations with drillers are already there. And we know that drilling in this region is fine. And why do we know that? As I said, remember we have a mining license for 18 years around the mine site, and we're ready to go in the new year. So that's what you can expect. You can expect near-term cash flow potential from Navales. You can expect potential for a world-class discovery, Rio Sin 2.0, in the exploration package, and you can expect further assets to become available, and we're seeing a lot of opportunities presenting themselves because of our footprint there already. Thank you for your time, and I welcome any questions if there are.